That is 1.8 grams. Okay. So we've had, Pauson's collected a few. I think the biggest so far has been 3.1. Let's see them in here. I'm just going to do a few just so we get a rough idea of what we've got. I think 10 would be enough.
3.17.
So you always want to measure. So that's good that they're coming in at 3 because the farmer's paying for they're paying for fingerlings at 1 gram essentially. So the 200 shillings per fingerling. That needs some at 1 gram, but actually we're giving them 3 times the size or 2 times the size at the same price because nobody wants to pay more. But I'd rather, you know, there's enough of a margin that we can afford to do that because the feed that they're taking is they use a tiny amount of feed. So that's not the big part of the cost, it's all the other infrastructure that you need. And then we get a better survival rate anyway. So this gentleman's taken 200, so what we do is a double bag system. We're going to fill it with oxygen. Carry on. Don't want to stop because of the filming. How many have you put, Sam?
Okay, the number is not always exact, but
yeah,
we put now like 220.
220.
Yeah.
Okay, so we add 10% for mortalities, just in case there's any on the way. The oxygen comes in, make a bit of a noise. So I have to do it very gently. I've done this a few times and you risk popping the bag if you don't do it correct. So it's just a double-sleeved, it's like a tube basically, and you tie the bottom with some rubber strips, and then you've double bagged it so it's a bit safer. You can see the oxygen coming in. As it inflates. That's just pure oxygen. That just keeps them hydrated. Now, one disadvantage of transporting bigger fingerlings is that you run the risk of them dying. Look at some of these are definitely above 5 grams. Huge. Definitely above. So I suspect actually if you were to measure them, you'd be better than. I got the average of 2.1 because that's we only did 10. I think if you did a few more, you would get a better average because there's some really big ones in there. They're probably above 5 grams. But you're trying to minimise the amount of time that the fish are outside of the water, that they're being handled, because it's not good for them long term. Yeah, our focus is on feeding people with fish. So those fish go to this. It's actually the son of the father. It's his dad's pond. That's what I'm trying to say out. He's got a small pond. I think it's around. He's saying it's about 8 by 20 meters, which is. I'll just show you quickly, but it's the size of our smallest ponds here. Maybe a bit. That's a guess. So this pond down here would be that's the pond there. Just about 20 metres by 8. That's the rough size of this gentleman's pond. So we've got 220 individuals, 200 shillings each, so it's not a huge amount of money. 200 shillings is about, I can't even work that out in any other currency. It's just 200 shillings in Ugandan shillings. You can work out if you're interested. They'll be transported in this bag on a bodder and should reach the farm safely. And then we have sold some more fingerlings, which is great. I'm very pleased to see people coming. I mean, 200 is a small order, but that's what we're looking for. It's just those incremental gains for farmers. And the gentleman probably was never stocked because you're not going to go 8 hours to get 200 pieces. It's too not worth the cost. It's good to see the impact that we're able to have. And then another thing that we're offering here is just some training. So Sam's explaining to the gentleman how you're going to put them into the pond, put them in slowly, let the temperature of the bag acclimatise the pond that it's going into. You would maybe add a wee bit of water, sort of splash a bit in just so they get used to it, and then you allow the fish to swim out. You're not just pouring them in the thing, because that shock can kill them. You think fish this is their entire environment of water, and every water body is different. So that even that pond to that pond, I mean, you can see the brown here because we've had heavy rains, but they're just totally different composition, chemicals, nutrition values, pH, acid, which is acid or alkaline. What else? The hardness, the softness of the water. It's just so different, and fish are very sensitive to that. Now tilapia are pretty tough fish, so that's good. Hard to kill. Very hardy species. It's one of the reasons they're the third largest mass-produced fish in the world. But you're still you need to be careful. So Sam, of course, is just training the farmer how to do it. And it's one of the things that we offer here as RADs. It's this extended training and expertise. We don't charge for it like we'll do on-spot training. So when farmers come here, spend time telling them what we're doing, giving them some insights, just really teaching them the whys of fish farming, passing on some of that knowledge to farmers. So that expertise is necessary. Then the equipment, we've got the nets, got the oxygen, all the things that we need. So yeah, you can see them moving around. You have to be careful you're not bashing them against the sides. They don't do too badly because it's a soft, round surface water, so they're not getting too damaged as they go. So that'll go on I think it's a bodder. There's a bodder parked there, yeah. The gentleman will go in that bodder and take his fish to their new home. So that's them off. We actually got it wrapped it in a cardboard box just to give it a bit of added protection. But thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a bit about fingerlings. We'll be back with another episode soon. Do like and subscribe, it always helps us. We're really getting there with attraction, and it helps us. So if you want to support us, it's a way to do it. But I appreciate all your help in supporting us so far and watching it. That's great, and look forward to seeing you on the next one.